Hello there and welcome back to some more Forza Horizon 4. Today we are taking a look at the DLC cars for week number 6 of the car pass, aka the cars that were released on the 2nd of November 2018. As you can already quite clearly tell, it was a Hoonigan heavy month as we get 2 cars from that group. The first car that we got is the 1981 Hoonigan Gymkhana 10 Ford Escort Cosworth Group A, 620 horsepower, 600 foot-pound torque, 2,690 pounds of weight, S1 class, 880 PI, front-engined, all-wheel drive. It is once again time for another pre-tuned car, this time being a pre-tuned Ford Escort rally car. Yeah, I spoke about this a little bit with the Mustang from last week. I'm not really a fan of these pre-tuned cars, they do come across a little bit lazy. Admittedly, this one, I guess, it was featured in Gymkhana 10, I guess. I don't know, I don't watch the Hoonigan stuff. I should point out quickly, I'm really not a fan of Hoonigan or Ken Block, so I don't have any... You might get more value out of these cars if you're a fan of Hoonigan and a fan of what they do, but for me personally, it probably depreciates them less. Yeah, it's... I mean, in fairness, it's in the Rally Monsters class. If you need a car for this class, it's a pretty good one. I've actually driven this. I drove it for the thumbnail. And yeah, it's pretty good, actually. It's a decently well sorted out car, but I feel like I could just do better if I was to pre-tune my own Ford Escort instead of using this one. Yeah, it's, I can't say many nice things about it, other than the fact it's a good driving car, but I won't get any use out of it. Next up is something that isn't, it is actually a little bit different. It's a car that wasn't already in the game, which is nice. The 1977 Hoonigan Ford F-150 Hoonitruck, 914 horsepower, 702 foot-pound torque, 3,210 pounds of weight, S2 class and 916 PI, front-engined all-wheel drive. Of course, this takes the place of a 1977 Ford F-150. It's been gutted, it's got... lots of turbos and stuff going on, I'd imagine. I'd have no idea what the actual specifications of this car is, but essentially, it's kind of like the Hoonicorn, but it's a truck now, which is kind of cool. It looks pretty neat. It's a pretty mental machine. I'm usually a big fan of these mental machines. Making out of a sort of datey-looking farmer's F100 is a pretty neat idea, if you ask me. It's in Extreme Track Toys, which basically means it's in the same classification as the Hoonicorn, which basically means it's completely useless for everything outside of skills farming or, you know, reenacting Gymkhana scenes. I'm not going to use it much because I already own a Hoonicorn with all of the perks on it, so if I need to go grind for skill points, I'll just go get in that instead of using this Hoonitruck. But if you don't want to fork out for a Hoonicorn, it might not be a bad idea to use this car. I'm just not... Again, it's Hoonigan that I can't get too excited about it, I'm afraid. I'd kind of want just a standard F-150 that I could do my own stuff too. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't like being negative, but I can't get excited about either two of these cars, I'm afraid. Again, they're just Hoonigan cars. Hoonigan doesn't interest me. The Gymkhana series doesn't particularly interest me. Having the cars Ken Block drove doesn't particularly interest me. So, yeah, there you go. Another... disappointing week, I'm afraid, and that's sort of, you know, quite a few disappointing weeks in a row now. The car pass is looking less and less like it was good value in my mind. I mean, I've seen people get excited about these cars. I know people like the Hoonitruck. I want to like the Hoonitruck, but I just can't. I just, you know, it doesn't do anything for me, really, realistically. So, yeah, a little bit of a shame, once again, for this week. Anyways, if you do like these cars, feel free to call me an idiot in the comment section below, and I will catch you next week for the next round of the DLC cars. Until then, thanks for watching, farewell.